I'm Catherine, and welcome to The Spiritual Gem. In this podcast, you get to be a fly on the wall during some of the most spiritually and emotionally intimate conversations you have ever heard. The purpose of this podcast is to demystify the inner work, to normalize vulnerability as a measure of bravery, and to teach you the transformational tools so that you can shed the layers of anxiety, depression, unworthiness, self-doubt, and walk this planet with the lightness, the joy, the clarity that is your natural essence. This work is like sacred medicine to me. It fills me with life having these paradigm-shifting conversations, and I'm so excited to have you here. And seeing in your mind a little ball of golden light. And this light grows larger and larger until it covers the entire inner vision of your mind. And in this healing light, all negative energy, non-beneficial energy is cleansed, healed, removed, alchemized, so that only peace, love, and harmony may exist here. And tuning into your heart space. Noticing what is present here for you today to dive into, to explore. What is God, Goddess, life putting on your heart to share? Noticing what comes through. And when you find that, when that comes through for you, go ahead and share.
I really like how you did the ball
Yeah.
for that meditation, the ball of light. That was nice. I guess I could start with, should I just dive into like a sensitive topic, I guess?
Yeah, let's just fucking go.
Okay. I guess I'll start with, now that I'm calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
With anxiety. It's kind of the opposite of what I'm feeling right now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But just social anxiety, and sometimes feeling like when you walk into a room of people, I can see like all the different conditions that are like in my mind supposedly set. And then it makes me feel like I don't want to say something that's going to make someone project an idea onto me or a forever like picture. And so then instead I just stay quiet because I don't want to like bring up an opportunity again where I'm vulnerable with people by just sharing whatever's on my mind and then have it be used against me in a way that makes me feel powerless, useless, unworthy, all of those inner lower realm wounds and insecurities that I'm pretty sure everyone has. But I'm like, I think during COVID when I moved in and I was like completely alone. Sorry, this is going a lot of different places.
It's all good.
I can my mind.
I can track.
So when I moved out to California, I was living alone, and I started hanging out with a group of people that I didn't go home to. So they weren't like friends. They were just kind of like social friends that I would go to events with and stuff. Since I didn't feel like there was ever really that like satisfying reward of like, okay, these people are with me. Like I feel like they appreciate me and they value me and I feel understood. Instead, it almost felt like I was going out to try and prove that to them. And so, and living alone didn't really help during the pandemic because I didn't have any like biofeedback for like all of these thoughts that were going through my mind of like, what if like I'm not good enough, or what if like, why don't they, I don't know, just all those fears that came up.
Yeah.
And so I think that is really a root of why sometimes when I go out now, I just instead keep quiet, because when I first met that group, I was super just everywhere like myself, and it was awesome, but I never felt like I got that outside confirmation that it was awesome. So then I started questioning it, and I was like, wait, am I awesome? Because no one's like telling me it. So now I'm in this place where I've definitely grown, and I feel like I can confirm myself more, but I still get that social anxiety when I go out sometimes, where it's like, I just like don't even know how to be vulnerable right now, because I'm so like, when you're in fear, it's like I just feel frozen.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was kind of just a rant that my mind went on.
Yeah, no, that's good. That
there's
gives
like
me
anything to pick at with that.
Yeah, that gives me a lot of information. So just to reflect back, what I'm hearing is that you experience anxiety in social settings. There's kind of this fear. You didn't use these words, but let me know if it resonates. This fear of like being too much.
Yeah.
Fear of rejection.
Definitely.
Fear of judgment. It's all kind of the same thing. And also this underlying thing of feeling like you have to prove yourself. Maybe you have to like convince people that you're funny enough or cool enough or nice enough or authentic enough or whatever the stories are. And there's some history with like being isolated, not having that biofeedback, as you called it, in social settings. So now when you go to social settings, you're feeling just kind of frozen.
Yeah, definitely. You summed that up very well.
Yeah, that's my job.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Put my mind in a map.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. And in a way, I kind of feel more protected by when I go out. I'm just more like conserved, and I'm not like giving it all out there and expecting like anyone to reassure me, because, and I feel like that makes me a stronger person. However, no one wants to live their life in fear. And so the only reason why I'm holding back is because I have those fears, and that's a problem. But I have all these judgment insecurities. Instead of like, I notice me like feeling like I'm going to be judged actually makes them feel judged, because then I'm frozen. And so my insecurities are being like, I feel like we're all projecting our realities onto each other.
This is a really good aspect of this. And this is usually what happens when we feel, whether it's unworthy or like people aren't going to like us, we're going to be rejected. Usually other people do perceive that as you not liking them.
Yeah.
As you rejecting them.
It's so unintentional.
And then like creates the experience of you being rejected, because then people are like, well, if you're rejecting,
feeling it. And then I'm like, oh, again, they feel weird. So like, what?
And they're like, well, if you're rejecting me, then I'm going to reject you. And then it's like this weird dynamic tension where it's just completely unnecessary. And like, it's basically just an illusion. Like it's an illusion of the mind, when really like your hearts, both of your hearts, your souls are like, see me, love me, accept me. But the barrier of the mind is right here of like, well, do they like me? Are they seeing me? Are they accepting me?
They just looked like they got rejected. Maybe that's me. Yeah.
And there's also a line from the Course in Miracles, which are you familiar with the Course at all? I call it like a spiritual Bible. It does use some traditional Christian languaging, but it's very metaphysical. It's not a religion. It's more of an understanding of universal spiritual principles and concepts. Wow. Really all about deconstructing a thought-based system of fear and creating a thought-based system of love.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Course in Miracles, everyone.
That's
Get on it.
great.
It's really beautiful. If you're familiar with Marianne Williamson, who is running for president, Marianne 2024, she is a teacher of the Course in Miracles. That's actually how I first got introduced to her. She's such an incredible speaker, so elegant, so eloquent, so wise. And she has a ton of lectures on different aspects of the Course. Like it's literally like a book this thick.
Damn.
Anyways, so that was a little bit tangential. But the phrase that was coming to mind was, I might not say it exactly right, but the understanding that what I give, I receive. Like in that moment, what I am giving, I am experiencing. Totally. So as you're going into these social settings and you're essentially giving fear of judgment, then that is in that moment what you are experiencing internally, and then creates the conditions for you to be receiving that like judgment in literal 3D form.
You put that so well. Yeah.
Thank you.
As always.
I have a lot of caffeine in me right now, to be honest. And the cortisol from driving in LA, like,
I know, anxiety is high.
So there are several different avenues that we can take into like going into a process with this. This has a lot to do with the nervous system. Are you familiar with Polyvagal Theory? Mm-mm. So giving an overview of how something like this could be addressed from multiple different avenues. So the 5 levels that I take clients through in my work is somatic, which is sensations in the body, mindset, which is thoughts, stories, beliefs, perspectives, emotions, which we all know what emotional work is like, behavioral, so action-oriented, what you're doing as you go into these situations, and unconscious. Unconscious can be a little bit more confusing, a little trickier, but it always has to do with like hidden fears and hidden links between things, which might not be super applicable to this, but I'm sure there are some subconscious fears around just being seen. Mm-hmm. As there usually are for people. So with this, I'm tempted to go through a mindset process, an inquiry process, because thoughts create feelings. Thoughts create sensations and emotions, which is the somatic work and the emotional work. So if you were in front of me right now and you were having an emotional experience, well, then we would work with the emotion because it's already here.
Yeah.
But because you're seeing this from a pretty clear perspective, it may be more beneficial to go into the thoughts that are creating the fears.
Yeah, that would be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And give you some actionable strategies for what to do with your energy and with your nervous system as you're going into these social settings.
And like when I'm in a really low state, sometimes I don't feel like I can even like analyze my thoughts. I feel almost condemned to them. So
yeah,
I guess this is a good exercise for right now. And maybe I could like just become more aware of them. So that way when I'm in those low states, I can also get out of it a little bit easier.
So that low state, that's bringing me back to the nervous system. So with polyvagal theory, there are 3 parts to the nervous system, and it's like a ladder. It's a hierarchy. You can't jump from the bottom to the top. You have to go either 3 steps down or 3 steps up. So up here we have ventral vagal. Here we have sympathetic. And the last one is dorsal vagal. So I'll explain these. Ventral vagal is an aspect of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest that most people are familiar with. Yeah. When we're in ventral, we feel good. We feel connected. We feel safe. It's like that is peace. That is the performance zone when it comes to athletes or high performers or people who are like speaking on stage. That is where we want to be because that's where we're thinking the clearest. That's where we're feeling the best. And ultimately, that is where authenticity originates from.
So are these like states of the nervous system?
They're states of being.
Parasympathetic is like basic. Ventral is what you were just describing. Okay.
Yeah. So most people have heard parasympathetic and sympathetic. Mm-hmm. That is what I was taught in nursing school, that there's these two parts of the nervous system. Parasympathetic and sympathetic. Mm-hmm. Sympathetic is fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Parasympathetic is rest, digest, repair, etc. So with polyvagal theory, it's the understanding that, well, actually, there's more to the equation than just you're just in sympathetic or you're just in parasympathetic. So there's this thing called the vagal nerve, which is the longest nerve in our body. It innervates pretty much every single organ from the top of the spine to the bottom. Mm-hmm. And without going into like all of the complexities and the science here, this nerve gets not literally split in the body, but the way we understand it is that it's split. It has ventral and dorsal, and then in the middle there is sympathetic. So I'll just keep going down. So I explained ventral, so we're feeling good, we're feeling safe, connected. Sympathetic is anxiety. That's fight, flight, freeze, fawn. That's that freeze response of like, oh, like I got to do something, but like I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And then dorsal, also known as dorsal vagal, is shutdown mode. That's withdrawal. That's apathy. That's dissociation. Have you ever been in an argument where for a while you are like holding your position? You're like, no, this is the thing. This is right. You're not hearing me. You're not understanding what I'm saying. And then it kind of just seems like a switch flips and you're like, whatever.
Don't even care. Yeah. Yeah.
You've gone into dorsal.
Okay.
This is all about survival. This is all about safety. So when you're fighting in that argument like that, your mind basically thinks that if we fight this, then we can, quote unquote, survive. The nervous system is very dramatic. It thinks everything is about survival when almost nothing is actually about survival anymore. It used to be for our ancestors.
Now we have to try to thrive. Yeah.
Yeah. And we thrive in that ventral place. So when the mind or the nervous system, really, this isn't a conscious decision, but when the nervous system is like, you know what, we're not going to make it out of this fight, then it just shuts down. And this is actually such a benevolent thing, like in the wild, or even if we were to actually get attacked and our nervous system were to go into dorsal, that would be the most benevolent, kindest, most compassionate thing that our body could possibly do for us at that time, because it's taking you out. It's like you're mentally gone. You have a higher pain tolerance in dorsal as well.
I definitely strengthened my dorsal state, as you would say, because after a while of having too much social anxiety and feeling like just like not accepted, not this, not that, not this, not that, like it strengthened my dorsal abilities. So now at any time I can dissociate. Like if someone wants to like try and reject me, I'll disassociate.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
I survived being alone. Like I don't need anyone, you know. I can pull myself right out of there mentally. Yeah. So
that's a little overview of polyvagal theory, the nervous system according to polyvagal theory. So now you know what's happening on a nervous system level, which is that's our energetic body. That's the energy of our body. So that when you're going into social settings, initially you're going into sympathetic, and then sometimes you're going into dorsal.
Yeah.
And how the hierarchy goes is that you can't go from dorsal to vagal. You can't go from shutdown to connection. You have to pass through sympathetic.
Interesting. Okay.
So you have to pass through the anxiety to get into a place of safety, love, and acceptance.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And I guess that's where vulnerability kind of comes in, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you pass through it. At least.
Yeah.
Unless you get shut down.
Yeah. So
for me.
remembering that it's all about safety. The brain is interpreting threats.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's not really threats present. Not literal threats, psychic threats to our psyche.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually in Erewhon last night, and I was like getting emo about the nervous system. I was like, the nervous system is so sweet. Like, it's so cute. It's so confused. Like, how cute is it that it just interprets everything as like the worst thing ever? Oh my God, someone cut me off. Danger, threat. When like it's really not.
So innocent. Yeah.
It's so innocent. And it's like, oh, thank you. I know you think that we're unsafe. Yeah. We're not. We're not unsafe. We're not going to die right now.
That is great.
It's like, honey, it's okay, honey.
I really have to have that voice sometimes because if I don't, then I'm like, oh my God, like, what's going on? And then I started going to psychics. And that was terrible because at least from my experience, like I paid a woman to like, she really just was giving me a lot of stories and feeding my mind with stories. And it made me feel like I wasn't safe in my reality, like at all. So, and that's not good. I like went far from reality at that point. So
yeah. Just like a pointer, a tip. If it's not love, it's not God.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a lot of fear-based stories and stuff like, I need to like help you heal this karmic like relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it told me a whole story about my past life and everything and how I was like in Egypt and like people are coming after me and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. If it evokes fear, it's most likely not of the light.
And that's what I thought, but I think part of me wanted to go through it just to like, I don't know, like experience is really valuable for me. So now I can like, you know, have something that's credible. Like this is why I don't go to outside authorities like that anymore, you know, because I had that experience. So check. Don't ever want to do that again.
Doing is data. We learn by doing. We learn through experience. Our experience or other people's experience. But honestly, words don't really teach. Experience teaches.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why in these sessions, I like to do some teaching and concepts and principles because I do think that's valuable. But also, I want to take you through an experience of healing.
I feel like I'm on a ship right now.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah. Learning stuff.
Okay.
Chatting about my past.
I love it. This is like what I live for. These conversations, these sessions are medicine to me. It like fills my soul with life. People ask me like, don't you get drained after your sessions? And the answer is almost always no. They fill me with life. Unless for some reason I'm in a story and I'm not connected to source.
Totally get it.
If I'm like trying to control the session in some way and not surrendered, then I'm using my own energy rather than using source energy.
Wow, yeah.
And then I do
love
get
that
exhausted.
You say that. Like, thank you. I feel grateful that you're like that.
Yeah.
And not like some of other people that I've experienced. Just putting their mind in there to get like money or whatever it was.
Yeah. And that's why I always come into these sessions like, I don't know what's best for you. I don't have an agenda for you. My intention is to lead you to love and to lead you to find your own truth for yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And I have it, but she comes and goes, you know.
Yeah. So this will be good. I've not actually done a podcast session with this process that we're going to go through, working with thoughts. But this is one of my favorite processes for getting free from stressful thoughts. It's literally called Freedom from Stressful Thoughts. It is, at this point in time of the recording, it's a freebie. So I'll link it in the show notes. It's so powerful. It's so effective. I use this process on myself regularly. Anytime there's like a thought that I just cannot get out of the grips from, this is the process I use. And it's always fucking fire.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So first, we have to identify what are the thoughts that are present as you're going into these social settings. So I'm going to have you close the eyes. And take a few cleansing breaths here. And imagining yourself walking into a social event, a social setting. And I'll have you say out loud, just stream of consciousness, what is the story here from first person? They won't like me. They'll judge me.
Yeah. For me, it's like she's so small. I can't really describe this feeling, but I feel like they're judging me. Like, but I don't know with what exactly. It's more just like, I don't know, maybe they feel like I'm judging them, and so that's why I feel that, but I don't know what exactly it is. So I need to make myself a little bit more approachable, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to mess up. I just want to wait for them to talk to me, because if I go and reach out, then they'll be like, oh, she's reached out to me, so now I have the power, the ball's in my court, I can shut her down. And I don't want to give anyone the ball to shut me down, so I'm just going to keep my ball. And walk around with it, and then I end up not connecting with anyone because I'm just walking around with my ball, feeling like entitled or whatever. But that's like my safety net, so.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to distill a few of the thoughts that I'm hearing here. They're judging me. I don't want to mess up. And from earlier, I have to prove myself. I'll be too much. They won't like me.
Yeah. They won't understand me is a huge one too. Like, huge.
Ugh, babe, that was a big story for me for a long time.
Yeah, makes me kind of teary-eyed.
Oh, well, it seems like that's the one then.
Definitely.
Yeah, they won't understand me. Oh. Yeah, it's okay to let that come up.
Yeah, that's it though.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just take a moment to feel this. That gets to be here.
I think that's the one that really did it for me, because I felt so like sure in who I was, and I was expressing it, and then at one point I was like, maybe I'm just crazy, and then I just turned it off. And then it's been like a really big process for me to get out of that hole that was created.
Yeah. So for the next 60 seconds, no talking, no story, just feeling. Yeah, it's good to let this come up. Just riding this wave, doing really good. Feeling this as sensation in the body. Expanding into what's here, full acceptance. It gets to be big, it gets to hurt. No judgment. as you're sitting in this emotion, are there any memories in particular or images that are coming to mind?
Yeah. It was like this group of influencers that I was kind of trying to connect with, or like, I don't know, just, connect with. And I can just see myself like talking and talking and talking and like just feeling really good, feeling like I'm like channeling like good stuff, talking about how like the world should wake up and whatever I was kind of going through. And in like a enlightened phase, I was like, guys, like, look at all this, like we could be connecting, just spitting out. And then I remembered like going home and looking back, and I'm like, did they even say anything? Like I was the only one, like, and I felt like I was the only one. And then I think of myself in high school, and specifically when I was like 12 years old, I just had a book that I wrote full of like questions of like, why am I here? Like, why do we do things that the way that we do? Like, is there a way that we can do them better? Like, I don't feel heard, seen. I feel like I'm just being funneled like in the school systems. I was super upset with the way that we were doing things, or just I felt like I couldn't be different, and I didn't like that. I didn't want to be like everyone else. But then that is what kind of made me feel misunderstood, because no one else was really asking those questions. And even when I went to a counselor, I was like asking her, and she's like, usually people don't come to me with stuff like this until they're in their 30s. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm not. Like, I'm not there. And then just questioning it, like, I want to figure this out. And that just probably is where that misunderstood wound comes from for me. But it's definitely a big one. And it's one that's pushed me to be different. So it's not necessarily bad, I don't think, but it hurts, and it makes me scared.
Thank you so much for sharing.
That was a lot.
All of that. Yeah. You came into this session, you're like, I don't know what's gonna happen because I'm not sad today. And a couple days ago I was, but today I feel fine.
There we go. That's the one. So.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to pivot and not do a mindset process because there's emotion here.
Energy is in motion. Yes.
Yeah. Energy is in motion. So what I want to do, and remember you have a little tissue Kleenex, the handkerchief
I forgot
there
about
for
that.
you.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Catherine. Thank you.
So what I want to do is we're going to time travel back to your precious little 12-year-old.
My inner teenage wound.
Yeah. I've been all about the inner teenager lately, and the membership the whole month of September has been about inner teenage healing. And it's because so many formative things happen at these years.
Yeah, definitely.
At these ages. And like it sticks. Like your brain is developing in such new and important ways that these rejections, these misunderstandings just anchor in a way that things don't really as much as you're like older in your 20s and your 30s, 40s. Speaking of the membership, you might really like this. The spiritual gym membership is ideal for you if you're in those first few years of your healing and spiritual journey. I've designed this membership so that you can actually move the needle when it comes to healing from your past and creating the life of peace and wholeness that you truly desire. For $99 a month, you get 2 deep dive group coaching calls with me, plus great bonuses like trainings, mini courses, challenges, and guest speakers, so that you feel so held and so supported on your healing path. So check out the show notes for the link and use code PODCAST for 20% off your first month. Or DM me Gym, GYM, on Instagram, and I'll send you a link to make your first month free. because the brain is so vulnerable at those ages.
Definitely.
So I think we did something like this in our last session, but just to preface here, as we go back in time, do a little search and rescue, as I call it, to your 12-year-old, we're going to be speaking from her perspective. So we won't be speaking about her. We'll be speaking from her.
Yeah. Wow, she's so ready right now. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah. So have you close the eyes, take a breath. And when she's ready, hand her the mic. What is she saying?
It's like really hard to go into without crying. So
Yeah, you get to cry.
sorry if my voice isn't clear.
And you get to pause. You get to pause and just feel.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no rush with this. Take your time.
So what she wants to say.
I feel.
I feel very, very frustrated. Okay. I feel very frustrated. I feel limited by my surroundings. I feel unheard, unseen, contained. And
Yeah, really good.
I think at the same time I was going through rejection. I think at the time I was going through a little bit of rejection for the first time. And I was like, whoa, this is definitely not Disney. Like, why did this person that I like reject me? Like, I just couldn't wrap my mind around it.
Yeah.
So that was... I felt like he was maybe hurt, and so then it made me realize maybe the world's not really that good of a place, and
Yeah, so remember
it's not what I thought it was.
talking from. Yeah, really good.
Okay.
It's so easy to flip into talking about. It's like the oldest coping mechanism in the book when it comes to emotions.
Okay. So she would definitely like to hit on the point that seems like everyone's just doing what they're taught. Like, I want to be able to be the one teaching things. I don't want to keep doing whatever my parents say is socially acceptable and like what's going to help me survive in this matrix or structure of system that we have. I know now that it's not too bad. Like, we're trying our best for sure, but maybe,
Yeah.
But going back to being a teenager, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Why am I going to school? Why am I sitting in a building for 8 hours a day? Like, learning random ass shit that someone else found out because they actually experienced life. Like, why am I not going out there and being able to use like this beautiful brain of mine that just thinks outside of the box and wants to learn and make this world like a fun place that it could be? Because if I can see how fun it can be in my head, then it can be real too. But then I wake up every morning at 8 a.m., go to school with kids who are coming from God knows where, because I felt so insecure. Like, no one, like, what am I going to connect with these kids on? What they're wearing? What they're, I don't know, like, what that girl did or what that guy did. Like, I don't care. I'm like... At least, I don't know, when I went to school, there were some fun times where I'd play with my friends and we would like do cartwheels or like activities. That was cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that many friends that could give me like I had no one to give me like a deep answer to like why I'm here, this, that. Yeah. And no one seemed to care either. I was the only one. It was crazy.
Yeah, it seems like
sure there was other people,
that's a big part in that too, is like no one cares. It's like I see all of these things. Why don't other people see these things?
Yeah.
Why doesn't anyone care?
And I asked my father, and I was like, I don't get it. I don't know why I'm here. Like, just help me out. Like, and he was like, Charley, you know, at some point in life, you're going to realize that you might not know why you're here, but you might as well enjoy it while you are. And that's great for him. But at the time, I was pissed. I was like, no, like, that is not good enough. I don't get it. I still don't get it. I can't enjoy something that I don't get. I can't blindly play a game that's like not even fun for me anymore. So, yeah. That didn't stop me or anything like that, but I guess that, you know, some people, like, that's okay. Like, to just enjoy life. It's beautiful. My dad's a great guy, and he helps a lot of people out just by being happy-go-lucky, so whatever. And maybe me getting all confused and, like, depressed as to why I'm here, maybe I'm the problem. At least that's what I used to think, you know? Or sometimes now maybe too, but...
Okay. Yeah, so let's take that was a lot. So let's take a stretch. No, don't apologize at all. Let's just stretch the body a little bit here, shake up some of the energy.
Yeah.
This is nervous system regulation, to just move some energy through, move the body, shake a little. Because all that healing is bringing love to fear, is meeting the fear with love. I teach that there are only two emotions, really, fear and love. Everything kind of stems from these two tree trunks. And if we go even deeper, all that's real is love. Love is all that there is. So healing is meeting the fear with love. So that's what we'll be doing.
Yay.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
So I'm curious, what would you say is the opposite of the emotions that you're feeling in this memory? And you said you felt frustrated, limited, unheard, unseen, contained, rejected. What would be the opposite of those?
A big one would be freedom. And I want to say understanding, because it's like I'm not understanding something.
That's beautiful.
It's like something inside of me.
An understanding.
I really feel understood too, like with myself. Because if I understand,
I've never heard that. Did you just make that up?
My friend Molly and Victoria, we all kind of started saying that at one point.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. I love
so
that.
I'll give them some credit.
I'm snatching that for sure. And Molly is how I met you.
Yes.
I met Molly randomly at a party at the Mystic Manor, and she had such an angelic, sweet, precious baby energy about her. And I was like, I have to know you. And now I know you.
That's great. Yeah. She's so graceful. I love her. But definitely understood freedom, like I have a voice, because when I'm that state, I didn't say, but voiceless was one of them. Not for my 12-year-old self, but my like isolated self.
Yeah.
So, okay. So speechless, like I have, or speech worthy, like I have a voice.
Speechful.
Speechful, yeah. And then let's see. Lighthearted. Definitely lighthearted. And close to God is what I would call it, but just kind of like
Connected.
being able to feel connected with myself and the source, and
I'm not so taken away by stories or attachments and stuff like that. Because,
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Is there a memory, a place, a person who evokes these feelings for you? Feeling of freedom, understanding, lightheartedness, connectedness, freedom of speech.
yeah. I want to say my mom.
Yeah.
But also my roommate, Maddie. She's like been a very big blessing in my life.
Oh, Mom and Maddie.
Mom and Maddie.
Beautiful. So it doesn't matter where we evoke the love from. It could be a stuffed animal. It could be a pet. It could be the ocean. It could be anything in your mind. It could be imagining your angels, your guides around you. There's so many entry points to embodying, evoking love. And while we think that the love, oftentimes, that people give us love, my mom gives me love, Maddie gives me love, they actually evoke your own love.
Definitely, yeah. I feel vulnerable enough to be like, okay, it's safe. So I can act however I want and they'll still love me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's relax the eyes. And for the next minute, 90 seconds, just want you to think about your mom, about Maddie, how much they love you, adore you. The freedom you feel with them. And breathing this love, this freedom into your heart space. Maybe seeing that ball of golden light right where your heart is. Growing and growing with each breath as you remember this love.
It's so much easier to connect with people when you have someone to connect with, because I'm just thinking about both Maddie, my mom, and then some other people came up in my reality that I have had that deep connection with, where it's just like I can do or say anything and this person will still accept me, like not in a like I have a lack of boundaries type of way, but more just I feel comfortable. And then I realized I'm like, whenever I'm in those states with those people, I talk to other people, I feel like it's easy for that side to come out with them, and you kind of realize how similar everyone is at the end of the day.
So you're feeling that love. You felt like, that was evoked, embodied, beautiful. So I'm going to have you close your eyes again.
Okay.
And now I want you to go back to the memory with your 12-year-old, except this time bring this love, freedom, connection with you.
She keeps pushing it away because she's like, nah, if I accept like that this is okay, then I'm gonna forget that things are not okay. And I'm still mad. You know?
Yeah, that's beautiful. And she gets to think that, she gets to say that. That's good. How would love respond to that?
I don't know. I can't just like say it's okay.
Because for her, it really isn't.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you a few statements to say from love to her. And you can change or alter any words or any sentence structures to make it land, to make it more resonant. Okay? So closing the eyes, taking a breath. Bringing your awareness to that light in your heart space. Feeling the love from Mom and Maddie here with you. And talking from this place to your 12-year-old, I'll have you say to her, I know you feel frustrated. So you'll say it out loud to her.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know you
time.
feel frustrated.
Yeah. I know you feel like nothing is okay.
I know you feel like nothing is okay.
And I know you feel like you have to figure this out and fix something. I know that you feel misunderstood. You don't feel accepted.
You feel misunderstood and not accepted.
And I want you to know that I'm here with you regardless.
I want you to know I'm with you here regardless. Do you know what's crazy? I just had a flashback to when I was her, and I remember thinking like literally the only reason why I didn't is because I just kept picturing my older self saying like, just wait till you figure it out, because once you figure it out, then you're being great. And now I feel like I'm going back to her. It's like crazy.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
That really touched me.
Me too.
Yeah, so let's stay with this. I want you to know that I'm here and I'm not leaving.
I want you to know that I'm here and I'm not leaving.
I understand you.
I understand you.
I love you.
I love you.
And we'll figure this out together.
And we'll figure it out together.
Is there anything else that she needs to hear from love?
She just needs to hear that it's going to be okay. And it's going to be better than you thought. And all this pain is really going to help evolution. So
yeah, so let her know it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
And maybe even like these thoughts aren't bad. You're not wrong for having these thoughts and these questions.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, she needed to hear that too, huh?
Yeah. You're not wrong for having these thoughts and these questions.
You have
You're
a
not
beautiful... Yeah. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're awake.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of people that are going to be waiting for you. Hopefully. There's going to be people who understand you.
Yeah.
who get it. I think most people do. They just don't talk about it or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn it.
Yeah. Take your time.
Oh. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Catharsis.
Yeah. So let's check in with her. Is she receiving this love?
Yeah, she is. Surprisingly, yeah.
Is there anything that she wants to say in return?
Let's see. She just keeps saying, like, why am I, like, alone?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's say, baby, I know you feel like you're alone.
I know you feel alone.
But you're with me.
But you're with me. Yeah.
I've got you.
I've got you.
And I love you no matter what.
I love you no matter what. That is so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, she needed to hear that. That was good.
Yeah. So let's take maybe 30 seconds. Just let this settle in. Let your heart open to this. I love you no matter what. Yeah.
She said, thank you.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been waiting
You're
for you.
waiting for this. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
This is so beautiful. Let's do a few rounds of compassionate self-forgiveness. Did we do this before? That I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding?
I did one of those, yes.
Okay. So the template is I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that blank. The truth is blank, and we're stating our higher truth. This really is about driving this work home, connecting the mind, the belief system, and the heart and emotions.
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah. It sounds like you have one.
I have
That's
one.
ready. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry that I bought into the
I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding.
For buying into the misunderstanding that I'm alone. Instead,
the truth
is that I'm connected, and everyone feels this way sometimes. Or,
yeah.
I don't want to say that. That's generalizing, but the truth is I'm connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about also the truth is that when I'm with myself, I'm never alone.
Definitely, yeah. Because, I mean, I think I used to feel alone in the sense that I, like, just wanted to rip myself out of my body, like, you know? But, like, I'm never alone when I'm with myself. And that's, I don't know.
It feels good when we are with ourselves.
Definitely.
It's like, really, we think that it's other people that we want to be with us, to keep us company, to make us feel some kind of way. But the problem with that is, like, it's taking a pill. As soon as the pill wears off, you're back where you started. You're back feeling alone or rejected or sad.
Definitely.
It's like when we are with ourselves, when we are meeting the places of fear within us with love, like, that's wholeness. That's completeness. And then other people are a bonus. Then other
Definitely.
friends, partners, relationships, you actually get to let that love in in a deeper way because you don't need it.
Mm-hmm. And then it doesn't feel like you're pulling it from a lack state of mind.
Exactly.
But, and I totally like feel what you're saying. But there's a part of me that wants to bring up the fact that I've been in like, there are times where I'm alone and I don't know how to be happy with it. But maybe that doesn't need to be brought up because I don't know, like I feel fine right now. So,
and also it's not always about
alone.
being happy. It's not always about being happy. I think that's actually a little bit of a misunderstanding and a little toxic in the higher consciousness community. The goal isn't to always be happy. That is denying a big part of our human experience.
Yeah.
And then it's like we create resistance to those lower frequencies, which actually keep them stuck because what you resist persists.
Yeah. Wow.
So as an example, my birthday was last Thursday, turned 31.
Yay.
And in the morning, I was asking myself, like, oh, what should I do? Should I go to a cafe? I'll go on a hike. I'll go to the beach. I'll discover something new. I'll like go roller skating, have some fun. And when I actually tuned in beyond what the mind thought that I should be doing to have a fun birthday, it's like, you know what? All I actually want to do is lay in bed and do nothing.
Wow.
So I took a weed gummy at like 10 a.m. and stayed in bed till like 5. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't like, yay, I'm in bed. But it was a state of complete acceptance. Just complete melding into life. I had no resistance. I had no attachment to ideas of I should be doing this to have fun. I should be doing this on my birthday. And it was such peace.
Yeah. Wow.
In that state.
That really makes me think about human design and how it talks about following the body and not the mind.
Yeah.
And like if you are so aligned with yourself enough to feel that you don't need to follow your mind just because it's your birthday, like that keeps you on your natural path, I feel like.
Yeah. It lets you ride the waves because there's waves of energy. And if we just ride them with non-resistance, we're not fighting against them, trying to control life. Like life, ironically, we get the exact thing. We get the exact thing that we're wanting to get, which is contentment, satisfaction, fulfillment, enjoyment. Yeah. Through the state of non-surrender. Non-surrender. Through the state of surrender. Non-resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think like 70% of people are generators or something like that. And the themes for them is satisfaction or frustration. And I feel like when you go with your mind and you meet resistance, that's where frustration comes in. So you can kind of see when you're out of alignment based off of, am I satisfied? Or what's the next step to satisfaction? It might not be what the mind's thinking, but.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Let's do a couple more self-forgivenesses and then we'll get a takeaway and wrap this baby up.
Okay, perfect.
So maybe forgiveness could be, I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that it's not safe to be who I am.
Mm-hmm. Or that my reality is not safe.
Yeah, whichever one feels more resonant for you.
Yeah, I forgive myself for buying into the idea that my reality isn't safe.
The truth is
that it's what I want it to be most of the time. And I don't know.
Sometimes you have to like try on a few
like,
truths. How about maybe the truth is that when I go within and meet the parts of myself that feel scared, I always feel safe.
Wow, yeah, I like that. That's a lot better. So instead, when I go within and meet myself with love, it's always safe.
Yeah, I always feel safe.
Kill me now. At least I'm in love.
And like, that's what true safety is. It's sourced from within. When we're sourcing our safety from the world, like, it's not going to work. That's chronic, generalized anxiety. Trying to find safety in the world versus embodying safety within.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful.
Yeah.
So how do you show up in social settings with this part of you secured, with your 12-year-old secured, feeling loved, accepted, safe? How do you show up in social settings? What changes?
I'll talk. I'll make the first move most of the time. Like, if there's something to pick on, I'll be like, oh, like, or whatever it is. Just, I'll actually respond to things that are brought to me in my reality rather than looking at them through fear and already kind of like assuming like this is going to be another attack or like this is going to bring me down again or maybe they're thinking this about me or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Instead, I approach it with, like just openness.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to offer? And then if something bad comes, like it doesn't bother me. It's like, oh, I just don't want to be around you. I'm going to go over here in the most kind way possible.
It sounds like you go into those social settings with love for yourself.
Yes.
Sending your love before you. You can even do this in the car before you go into the event. Psychically sending your love before you. Blessing everyone at the event, at the party. Blessing your thoughts, feelings, emotions. Mm-hmm. And then surrendering. Holding yourself, going within, giving yourself love, giving yourself that experience of safety. Because we have to show the body we're safe, not tell.
Yeah.
It's like we hold ourselves, we embody that love that informs your nervous system that this isn't a threat, gets you into ventral. And then social situations become fun.
And easy. It's not like just a pain.
And you attract people who you actually like you, and who appreciate you, who appreciates you. Not everyone is going to like you. You don't like everyone.
Yeah. And that's what keeps differentiation. Okay. I love that.
That's
like
okay.
Variety.
Yeah.
We need that diversity, I guess.
Yeah. But when we're in our heart, when we're in our love, that is when we truly attract the things that we most deeply want in life.
Definitely. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Beautiful. Give me a takeaway. And
that was just great. A really good session for me. Yeah.
What is a golden nugget that you learned or realized that you don't ever want to forget?
For me, it's how resentful my 12-year-old self is. That was like a huge process for me that we just had. And it was something that I've never had someone to guide me through with before. So I really appreciate you for that. The golden nugget was just when I was trying to bring her love, and she was just so...
She was like,
against it. Yeah. She
Yeah.
was like, and then so that made me kind of reflect on, wow, there's that part or version of me that, you know, that is literally in my cells and it's a part of myself.
Yeah.
And I just am so grateful that I finally found a way to give her a sense of love, because I don't think I've done that before.
And notice what we did. We accepted the resistance. We said, that's okay, honey,
even
talk to me.
Like I couldn't come up with anything, but that really helped me with that. Yeah.
Yeah. We always accept resistance. We always love resistance. There's wisdom in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there was a part of me that kept going back. But anyways, yeah, thank you. That was a great first session.
Yay. More to come.
Shout out, Catherine.